Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be installing a front pipe. Yeah, that's it, just a front pipe. Just kidding. So we're going to be installing is Axions Industries downpipe right here, and we're going to be installing this PRO front pipe on my car. I already have an exhaust on the car right over there. See, I already have an exhaust on that car. I got that exhaust back in, I believe, May. I got an exhaust, installed it on my car. I made a video and everything, but I didn't really like how the video was looking, so I just didn't even put that thing together. I just scrapped it altogether. I might use it in this video to show you what I did. I went to my friend's shop. Me and him pulled off the exhaust, put on the new one, and that's about it. Nothing crazy. So I did that, and then after I put the exhaust on there, I ordered this PRO front pipe. I would say maybe like a week or a month later. I had this maybe, I'm guessing I probably had this since June. Had that sitting in the garage forever. I didn't feel like installing it. I didn't want to go back to my friend. I was just like, I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm not worried about that right now. So I got searching for a downpipe. So I was just searching and searching for a downpipe. Then I find this company probably around July, I think. I found this company, Axions Industries, and this is their website or whatever if you guys want to go pick one up. And these guys make a lot of things for you for 1.5 Accord, and they also made a downpipe. So I bought their downpipe. So this is their downpipe right here. You see, this is their downpipe, and if you notice, there's these little bands in the middle on this downpipe. So when I was actually scrolling through the website, I saw that they actually make a 2-in-1 downpipe. So this middle section actually comes off, and you can remove it and put on this middle portion right here, which I haven't taken out the bag, but if you look through it, this is just, you know, straight pipe basically. So what basically they just said is you could take this catted portion off while it's on the car and slide in this catless portion if you want, or you could just leave the catted portion in, which I'm just gonna leave the catted portion in for now. But I found that pretty cool that you actually could remove this middle section and put in a catless section if you wanted to. For now, I'm just gonna leave this catted portion in, obviously. So it comes with obviously the downpipe, the catless section, and then it comes with let's see, an adapter for your O2 sensor, because you're going to be relocating the bottom one, as you can see, because your O2 sensor is like right here, but you're going to be relocating it down here, so obviously the wire is not going to reach the original plug. And obviously some hardware and a gasket. It also came with 2 airheads, but my brothers ate those because I didn't really care. I just gave it to them. But yeah, that's pretty much just what's in that box. And then the PRO front pipe, which I'm going to open most likely later. I'm going to attempt to install it today if it's easy for any of these. If not, then they're probably going to see me at a shop getting these bolts removed and then continuing it later. But for now, let's go ahead and show you what I have to remove on the car, because this intro's a little too long now. So first we got to jack up the car and all that, and before you start the job, make sure your car is not warmed up. It is cold out here in New York, as you see my windshield is literally icy and all that right now. It's not even cold out here, but you know, we're just gonna get onto this. I'm gonna pull the car right over there, and then we're gonna jack it up, and and I'll show you what you have to remove in the engine bay and underneath the car. It's pretty much the same thing with the 2.0 also, and I also didn't mention they also make a downpipe for the 2.0 turbo, the same exact downpipe, 2-in-1. So if you do have a 2.0, you can go buy that downpipe, and it's pretty much the same exact steps. The only difference is you have to remove a little bit extra, which I will explain when we get there. I'm not even going to take that long. So let's go get that car in the air and then show you what has to be removed. All right, let's give you a semi cold start. This is the thermal R&D 2.5-inch exhaust. Okay, so we're in the engine bay of the car, and first what we're gonna have to remove is this whole entire hose area. So if you are trying to remove this downpipe, the downpipe is right here, and pretty much this whole thing is blocking it. So on the 1.5, you just got to remove this portion right here and up. And on the 2.0, you pretty much have to remove this entire thing. There's like this box right here where you have to remove like stuff on this end and all that. It's just a little bit extra for the 2.0, but for the 1.5 at least, you just remove this, and then you call it a day. Well, just here. So let's just unscrew this intake that I have, whether it's stock intake or aftermarket, whatever it is. You're gonna have to like take apart your intake system. Okay, so now we're at this portion, and we're gonna have to remove, I think there's like 4 bolts or something. So we're gonna have to do the bolts on this heat shield, and we're gonna have to remove this heat shield. So 2 heat shields you're gonna have to remove. So I'm gonna remove this heat shield right here that's blocking the bolt on this heat shield. So if you follow around this heat shield, there is a bolt right over here. I think it's 10 mil, looks like it is. Gonna unscrew that. And then there's one more over here we're gonna remove. Can't see it, so I'm gonna get a different socket. Also, while we're here, we're just gonna block this real quick. Let's not let things get inside of here, because obviously this leads to your turbo and you don't want to damage your turbo. With that heat shielding removed, they're going to remove, I believe, 4 bolts holding on these heat shielding. So we have a bolt right over here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's one right here. So we have a bolt right here, and then we have 2 over here, and then obviously there's one on the side, and then obviously you got to remove the O2 sensor. So let's see if this even fits in here. I don't even think it does. But first, let me find the size. I don't know what size that is. I broke it. There's one more bolt holding this one. And one more over here, apparently. We got the heat shield off, and now we're over here. So there's 4 bolts right there. We gotta take off. This is 1, 2, or there's one down here, and there's another one on this side. 2 of them are nuts, and 2 of them are bolts. So we're just gonna have to remove those 4 and take them off. I don't know what size they are, so I'm trying to figure out what size. I'm gonna try a 14 and see if that fits. Perfect fit. So it's a 14. Grab a 14 and break these things loose. These are a little tight. I'm going to pull out the bigger socket. Okay, I got all the bolts off of the engine block, off the downpipe. This one actually, can't even see it, this one actually came out. The stud came out, which was not supposed to happen. It was just supposed to be this nut. But I guess it was too hot in there at some point where the stud came loose. This happens sometimes. So just make sure when you put it back in, put some thread locker at the bottom of this. So when you put it back in, it will actually stay in there, because this was not supposed to come out like this. It was just supposed to be this nut that came out. But anyway, we finally got the bolts off of the downpipe. So now we're gonna go underneath the car and we're gonna unbolt the bottom of the downpipe off the front pipe. And then again, we're gonna try to attempt to get the front pipe off, because I'm gonna try to put both of them on at the same time. So let me jack this car up real quick and get under the car. Underneath the car, and we're gonna get to the downpipe bolts, which is right under here. So we're just gonna have to pull off this whole under paneling under here. So flathead and Phillips head. So we're just gonna unscrew the flatheads and get the okay, so here's the downpipe bolts, all in its glory. So we're just gonna take all these bolts, and then this is the front pipe right here. Then we're gonna go locate the front of the front pipe and try to take that off too. So let's first remove the bolts from this downpipe section. I don't know how well I can record this, but there's 2 bolts on this side, and then the rest of the bolts are on this side. There's 3 over here. So once you get all those removed, then we should be chilling. Okay, so it looks like it's the same size, 14 millimeter. I don't know about this side. Let's see. Oh, okay, they're all 14 mil, so that's good. So just gonna slap my 14 mil on here and break this loose and try my best to get this off. So what's nice about this socket, I can swivel it. I might be able to use the drill since I got it off loose. All loose. Same crap happened there. Okay guys, so I pulled off the bolts from the exhaust. So there's 1 bolt here and there's 2 more bolts right there. This thing is kind of blurry, but there's a bolt there and a bolt there. You pull those off, and then I already pulled off the front off the downpipe. So now we're gonna install the PRL front pipe. So we're gonna pull this off forward towards the car, and then we're gonna obviously put the new hangers and all that and blah blah. And then after that, then we're gonna bolt up our Axions Industries downpipe. So we removed the front pipe right over there, and now we're currently going to take out this down pipe. I already turned it and stuff, so I'm just going to try to maneuver it through the bottom of the car. Which is not easy because there's no room. So it looks like I might have to remove this off the block. So let's get the 14 again. It was successful. So here is the stock downpipe. Finally. the OEM. Look how big this thing is. But for now, we're gonna put in the PRL. We're gonna put in the PRL, what's it called? Front pipe. So we're gonna open the PRL box and put the front pipe in. So let's do that real quick. We have the PRL front pipe. So we're gonna slide this in through here, over the transinternal, wherever it's going over. Maneuvering this is gonna be a problem. Not really. It's like not over yet. Oh, I went too far over. We're gonna take our bolts and our new gaskets and install them. So let's open this up. It comes with 2 gaskets, but we're just gonna use one. And then we're gonna use obviously the provided bolts, because the bolts that were here were on the front type itself. Do this. You're not gonna be able to see this part. So now we're gonna install the Axions Industries downpipe. So I loosened both the V-bands so I could obviously turn this a little easier to install it. I'm gonna loosen this one a little bit more so it should have like a lot of travel. So now that we have travel in, we're just going to just put it in the car. Really nothing else more to do. Go underneath, slide this on top, and then I'm gonna have you grab the top of it, please. And just put it up there. Put it in the hole. I just hold it there for now. And then we're just gonna line this thing's back up. I gotta put this back on. We got the downpipe fitted up. It looks perfect. So now we're just gonna take our gasket and stuff and get them all fitted on here, and then we're gonna adjust or tighten our V-bands and all that. So this is how it looks underneath. We put all the Axions Industry provided bolts in here. So we put 2 on this side, and then obviously the one over here, and then the bolts we took off here, Axions Industry gives you obviously extra 2, so we just put those in its place. So now what I have to do is just tighten these up. I forgot what size these were, but these are Allen heads now. So can you give me the Allen set? Where was that? It was on the box, I think, right? We're gonna get the Allen heads. I'm gonna get the size, and I'm gonna show you what size, and we're gonna tighten it down. Okay, so this is an 8mm. Let me show you. This is not focusing on it, but this is an 8mm Allen head. So we're just gonna tighten this for now onto here. Just a light tighten. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Just snugging it up. And then obviously doing on this side, we're just gonna go ahead and tighten all these up for now. And yeah. So we got the bolts on. I don't know the torque specs for this, so I'm just gonna do 30 foot-pounds for all 4. And just go from there, because I don't know what the actual torque spec is for this. But if you do have the torque specs, if you do happen to find it, just let me know, and then I'll just pin your comment, and I'll just come back and retighten these to the proper spec. But for now, O2 sensor can't reach the location anymore, but Axions Industries got you covered. They give you a little extension harness or adapter harness, whatever you want to call it, to make it reach. So we're just gonna take our end and just plug it in, and then we're gonna take the other end and plug it in also. So now our O2 sensor fits again. Now the next thing I have to do is just put this back on and call it a day. Okay, so we are gonna get a cold start of the downpipe and front pipe install with the thermal R&D exhaust, and we're gonna see how it sounds because I literally just finished. I started this project at, I would say, around 8 o'clock maybe. It's 11:31 now, so let's get this done. Just give it some revs, I guess. Let's see how it sounds. Cool down. So it's loud, but it's not like super loud. So like you could still talk normal while it's idling. And obviously that was just regular revs. We had to take it for a drive and see how it performs and how loud it is while driving, but it's really not that loud right now. It's like a pretty good tone. This is obviously, like I said, this is the catted that's on there right now. It's not the catless. So we'll take it around for a drive or so. We're gonna put the car on the ground. We're just gonna clean up everything, put the car on the ground, go for a drive, and just see how it sounds. Let's give you a little bit more revs before I turn it off. So let's go for a drive, and yeah. All right. Okay, so we're going for a test drive with the Axions industry downpipe with the PRO front pipe and thermal R&D exhaust. And I would say this is a pretty suitable tune for anybody that wants to be loud but don't want to be super loud. With this whole setup, it's not even that loud. It's loud, but it's like listen. You know what I'm saying? It's loud, but it's not obnoxiously loud. Like you can still talk to the person next to you. Like that's pretty cool. So yeah, we're just gonna go drive and just do some tests. But this is the catted portion that is in right now. It's not the catless. Maybe the catless to go louder. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Just have to see. So far with droning, I don't hear any drone. Well, it is drone, but it's not bad at all. Like it's really not that bad right now. Maybe, I don't know what exhaust setups you guys would have if you were to do this, but this isn't really that loud, as I said. It's really not that loud. I thought it was gonna be a little louder. It's really not that loud. I actually like that it's not super loud, but at least you could hear more of it. Because just with the thermal R&D, this is a 2.5 inch exhaust, by the way. It's not the 3 inch, but with the thermal R&D 2.5 inch, like you could hear it, but it's really not that loud as I would like it to be. But with this, I mean, this is pretty suitable. It's pretty suitable. This is just a no tune, by the way. Axions said that you may get a check engine light even with the catted portion, so I just got to keep driving and see if it pops up. I would say you definitely hear burbles. You definitely hear verbals. Yeah, so that's how it sounds inside. So let's go outside and let you hear from the outside. Depends on the exhaust you have, I'm assuming, because obviously this one's like a 2.5-inch diameter, so it's not super loud, but it's pretty good for the tone. It's like not obnoxiously loud like other exhausts. It's just not. So that would be it for the Axions Industries downpipe on the 1.5 Accord. Like I said, they also make it for the 2.0s if you guys do own a 2.0 or know anybody with a 2.0. Right now I only have the catted section in. If you guys want me to put in the catless section, let me know, I'll put it in. And note, you will get a check engine light. Yeah, that's it. And you also may have noticed I got different headlights on the car now. Me and a friend, we switched headlights. So he wanted my Lexus ones and I got his 2021 headlights that he also made RGB, which I could show you also. I just turn them on. That would pretty much be it. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the link down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. And again, if you guys want to see the catless section, just let me know. I will switch out the catted portion and put a catless in there and see how it goes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. See you on the next one.